While Bitcoin is still trading in a downtrend, we have seen the first bounce happening, and while this is happening, Bitcoin has completed a 17.5% correction, and the question remains, is this enough, and is right now history repeating yet again, just like it was in 2020, once Bitcoin also broke above its all-time high? So I will be talking about this, the most important charts we need to be paying attention towards right now, the most important support levels, and many more important data points. So without any further ado, don't forget to slap that like button once again back above 1,000 likes. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the content and looking at the imminent short term. Yes, guys, on yesterday's video, I talked about that we were creating that falling wedge pattern. And I said that if we were to be breaking lower, we're most likely going to be hitting my 60k target. And if we were to be breaking the downward sloping resist line, we're most likely going to get a slight little bounce. And that is exactly what happened. We broke the downward sloping resist line. And ever since, Bitcoin has seen a slight little bounce back towards the upside and currently is consolidating somewhere around $67,000. You can see that here on my Fibonacci that we unfortunately did not hit my support target, which was trading around that $60,000 level. We were just a few $100s off. And yes, like you know, if you've been following the channel, I had my first long order set up around the $60,000. So it's quite unfortunate that I potentially missed out on my entry, but I am a patient trader and sometimes indeed I miss out on my entries. But like you can see, the reaction has been very strong. Bitcoin bounced over, 10% towards the upside. And if it were to be dipping a little bit lower towards my entry price, we would have had a very great opening position. So this is how I'm trading Bitcoin. Sometimes I do miss my entries, but still, guys, make sure to subscribe to the channel right now. If there's going to be another correction on Bitcoin in this trend right here, which is still very possible, I am still going to be opening up that position, because if we're currently looking at Bitcoin, we are in fact still trading in a downward sloping trend, and we in fact have still not broken above the previous high. And you can see here this red line right here is the previous all-time high, and basically that is going to be also once again a massive level of resistance. And to clarify, no, I'm not going to be opening up a short position because I don't want to be looking at shorts in this bullish trend right now for Bitcoin. But currently, we are still trading against the 4-hourly super trend downtrend, and also we're still trading in a 4-hourly downtrend in general. And of course, like I said many times before in my scenario, I will only open up a big Bitcoin position if we were to be hitting my target, where I believe that the least amount of risk is going to get found. And while this always has been happening, yesterday we saw once again another negative day for the spot Bitcoin ETF. We saw the third consecutive outflow day, this time around $261 million worth of outflows. And yeah, this is definitely a very bearish thing for the market in general, because normally the ETFs are providing a massive amount of buy pressure, but currently in the last 3 days it has actually been providing a lot of sell pressure, which is definitely very interesting in my opinion. And if we were to be looking at the liquidation heat map, we can currently see that there's a lot of liquidity being built up around $70,000, which is a level I'm keeping my eyes wide open on. And that $70,000 level is also exactly that previous high in the market, which probably a lot of liquidity is going to get found at. So I still believe there's a scenario where Bitcoin is going to be pushing up, take out the liquidity, and then potentially push down lower towards even lower lows. And the question really remains, how are the spot ETFs going to be behaving themselves? If there are going to be even more significant outflows on the spot Bitcoin ETF, I'm expecting that, yes, most likely that could be a scenario where we could be looking at. But please, as soon as we do take out this previous high right here, I am not necessarily going to be extremely bullish on Bitcoin straight. What I want to be seeing here for confirmation for Bitcoin to be flipping bullish is actually that we take out the liquidity here on that $70,000 level and we break above it with a confirmed 4-hourly candle close. And then I could start to say, yes, we are heading higher. And of course, maybe that's a little bit too late. But like I said many times before, if Bitcoin is not going to be hitting my targets, I'm just going to be doing nothing. And I mean, with nothing, I mean that I'm not going to be opening up a new trade here. But of course, if you've been following me, I've been accumulating a lot of altcoins in this most recent dip. So yeah, in the end of the day, I am still making a lot of profits from it, from my spot position. But for me to be opening up a new trade, I want to be opening up a long position. And if Bitcoin doesn't come down, I'm not going to get the opportunity to actually open up that long position. And if you want to be trading Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrencies out there in the market, make sure to go to BuyBit, because BuyBit is the exchange that allows you to trade more than 450 different cryptocurrencies. And also you can trade them with leverage or you can trade them on spot. And if you right now sign up an account using that link below, you can claim a deposit bonus worth up to $30,000. And if you directly go towards the website, it's only $400. So it's a win-win situation. If you're interested in trading or buying altcoins, make sure to go to BuyBit in the link description of today's video to claim that $30,000 worth of deposit bonus right now. So going further in towards the content, Bitcoin has currently seen a 17.5% correction, and a 17.5% correction is going to be somewhere in the range where we're going to be looking for if Bitcoin were to be, of course, bottoming. Because I've said several times before, we're going to be looking for a range between 22% to 20% corrections in this bull market for Bitcoin to be bottoming. And maybe it's because so many people are anticipating, including me, that Bitcoin is most likely going to be creating a 20% correction, and from that point we're going to be accumulating, the Bitcoin already bounced towards the upside. So Bitcoin dumped 17.5%, exactly around that all-time high, and actually, if I'm looking back at history, this has already happened before, because the last time, in 2020, Bitcoin also broke above its all-time high, then saw a massive rejection towards the downside, and let me quickly tell you how big of a correction this was. This was also an exactly 17% correction, and this time around, Bitcoin has seen a 17.5% correction while we were also trading around at all-time high. So things are looking very similar. And is history repeating right now? And if it were to be repeating right now, it would mean that we're probably going to see another week of consolidation around all-time highs, and then we're going to get that mega candle with that break above all-time high and shooting us straight away up towards $100,000 most likely. So honestly, if Bitcoin is an indication, history is just about to be repeating again. And with the Bitcoin halving only 32 days out from now on, I am expecting that the most exponential price surge, which has always been so, will happen after the Bitcoin halving. So the most exponential gains are still yet to come. And that is why you do not want to be getting fooled out right now in this market, because I still believe that we're going to get a massive altcoin season. Because if we're looking at the altcoin market, we can see that there is a massive amount of growth potential right now in this market. Altcoins also bounce very strongly back towards the upside, but still, I believe that there is so much more to gain in this market right now, and we're still quite early towards that next big cycle. So make sure to prepare for it right now. But anyways, Bitcoin is currently consolidating below its all-time high, and the last time it did so, it took us approximately 4 weeks before absolutely blast off happened. So yeah, could this already be the bottom for Bitcoin? I am not quite sure. And just like I said earlier, as long as Bitcoin is going to be confirming the break above 70.7k, then we're confirming the break above the liquidity range, and then I think all the short positions are taken out and we are most likely going to be going higher. But of course, if Bitcoin continues the way down right now here, I think that the big support targets where I will be opening up my big long positions are going to be around $60,000 to $58,000. And like I stated many times before, I'm going to be opening up $1 million plus position if that were to be happening, because I am a low risk trader and I will only open up trades if I think that I'm going to be 100% winning. And I mean, honestly, we've seen the strong reaction on Bitcoin from off the 60k level. I mean, we were just only $500 away from our entry. The Bitcoin already bounced up 11% towards the upside. And then if I were to be opening up that $1 million position, I would have made so significant amount of gains, probably more than 120k already. So it's quite unfortunate, but I'm a patient trader because I know there are going to be many opportunities in this market. So if you want to be catching any of these opportunities with me, subscribe to the channel right now. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.